need to ask us. We came up with this segment because Hollywood has given us a whole lot of movies we didn't ask for, and it lacks creativity. So we came up with the segment because we got better movie ideas or show ideas. You want to start this one off?
No, you can start it off.
All right, so my Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see a movie. I want to see a movie based on how racism is used as a tool in this country. It's so weird because I have a whole lot of friends who are melanated and not melanated, and race is a construct that's really built in the media. But when you deal with people, when you deal with individuals, the respect of each other doesn't bear skin tone. So I want to see a movie based on that, on the real things that brings the cultures together opposed to what divides the culture. Because we got several subcultures such as hip hop, right? Hip hop basically knows no color in the sense of liking music. When you like music, you like music. You don't have to be a color to like music. Sports is also a subgenre that you just like sports. If you like football and you like to hit people, that doesn't bear color. You just like to do that. Same thing with basketball, same thing with any sub genre where it just brings people together. So I want to see a movie based on a movie that shows that racism is used as a tool, because racism is not something that we're born with. That's something that we're taught. So if we don't teach it, then we don't have it. But because it's used as a tool in mainstream media, it keeps people divided. So I want to see a movie based on that premise. What do you think about that?
No, that's fine, definitely. Would it be a series or a movie?
I think it would be more impactful if it was a movie, only because if it was a series, I wouldn't want it to get like watered down in its messaging, and I wouldn't want it to be redundant. I want it to be straightforward, impactful, also entertaining, um, poke fun at the racism, but also shed real light to the racism on how it's used as a tool and not as and show that there's a dividing factor and also a coming together moment as well.
Hmm. No, the fire. I think that'd be dope. Who would be the director?
Somebody I think that will could pull this off. This is my go-to. Jordan Peele is my go-to. He's my go-to because he has not only the eye, but he also has a great way of entertaining and lacing messaging for everyone. So when people watch these movies, especially his movies, a lot of the culture be like, yo, I love the message and this, that, and the third, but we're not the only ones that watch the movie. Just like how we're getting something from it, other cultures get something from it too. So I think he'll be the perfect person to pull that off. But just don't interject, like horror. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
normal genre. But I would love for him to be a part of that, and I would also love Spike Lee to co-produce as well.
Oh, lit. Yeah, I think that would be a dope ass movie right there for sure. All right, chat. For my Hollywood needs to ask us. I feel for those up and coming movie producers and writers and up and coming just content creators. I feel this one would should be for us. I want to see a series about the now defunct production house called Carol Pictures. Now, me and my bro, as watching movies and movie buffs, we remember Carol Pictures and some of the top tier movies that they have on their list. Let me just read some of their movies. They had The Last Action Hero, Universal Soldier, Red Heat, Cliffhanger, Terminator 2, Reservoir Dogs. Like, this was a top tier motion picture house, and they were founded in 1976 and they became defunct in 1995. So this series is basically about how they came to be, how they got these contracts, and because of their certain movies, they had a certain look, a certain aesthetic with their movies, and you will definitely see it a lot in Terminator 2 and Universal Soldier. So they had a certain aesthetic and a certain look that they had a brand for their type of movies. And I would love to see what happened to this production house, because like I named a bunch of these movies, these were top tier movies, and for them to be the ones to produce these movies and have their credits for these movies to now be defunct now, to not even have any movies in 2025 is just a tragedy. I would love to see a series about this, and just so we could get an idea of how companies rise in Hollywood and how they fall.
Fire, fire. Anybody in particular that you want a part of of this project?
Uh, Probably like the heavy hitters that was around at this time, like making these movies and being around making the deals and getting the deals for Carol Cole to get the contracts to make the movie. So
Mm-hmm.
whoever could play some of the movers and shakers around that time, definitely. You know what I'm saying, I feel this
Yeah,
project can incorporate a whole bunch of people, because these movies had a whole bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even get into the crux of all the other movies. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of people that they can hire and just get it going. I think it would be lit to see what happened to this production house.
yeah, that would be fire. That would be fire. I'm all for it. I want to see they giving us a whole lot of foolishness that we didn't ask for. I love to be entertained, most of all. But what's wrong with giving us movies that deal with real life and that could really be, impactful? All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our must see segment, our must see movies, must hear music, must watch TV show, classic, stand ups, or